Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab where I do what I do for you. Today, I got a good one for you. Let's get this party started. Let's go. I'm excited. All right, let's do this. Writing in 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. Message of the story for life. I got a good lesson for you coming up. Yeah, your boy's excited. Let's do this. Right Thinkers mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, knowing yourself a little bit better, feeling good about it. Mm-hmm. Right Thinkers Way of Life through mental and spiritual disciplines daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission, and I'm on it. You have a job because your mission is to learn it and become it and do what? Know thyself. That's my job, to get you to do just that by any means necessary. So I got a few tricks up my sleeve. Let's go. I got a good one for you today. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard that. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. I can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I got you. Stay tuned. A person who knows not and believe that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock. I wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you too. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to Maya, be true. Always put balance in your life. Today's lesson is going to be about being proud of who you are. That's knowing thyself, aka right thinking philosophy. I got a picture that was given to me by one of my boys, James Brown from Streets to Christ. This picture is going to be my new poster when I start teaching my young kids, because this is what I want you to understand. You see that? When you look in the mirror, you see what he see? He's looking back at his ancient ancestors and he's proud. Look how he poke his chest out. Look what he's standing on. The books. You need books. If you know me, I'm a book man. So yeah, I stand on books, and I want my kids to understand there's knowledge in them books, and it can make you feel proud, but you also got to remember who you are. So you always know your histories. Your history. Why? That's important for you to feel, poke the chest out about who you are. Let's go. Right thinkers, let's talk about being proud of who you are. I am. Are you? Let's go. Self pride, like self knowledge, has to be what? Learned and experienced. Being told something, being shown something is fine, but until you do the practical part, like the license, driver license, first you take the written test. That means you want to know what your acronym is, what you think, what your thought process. So they give you a test to see how you fail or pass that thinking part. If you don't pass the written test, you ain't even getting behind the wheel. Same thing with pride. You have to install it. You have to get them to understand it. And then they have to what? Experience it. Tell them about it. It's fine. I have always been proud of myself. Back then, I was called conceited. Why? Because I'm full of myself. Mark Wright, to me, was important. In my whole high school years, that's what I was called. Mark Wright. Not just Mark. No, Mark Wright. But there's a reason, purpose for that. I fulfilled it. I'm proud of that. I learned how to be a man. Now, I got three men in my life that I held in high esteem. One was my dad, number one. The other one was my mother's father, which is my grandfather, my pop. Okay? He's the reason why I take the title Pop. Okay, very influential in my life. Always a good dude. Then I had my grandmother's brother, Uncle Curly. That's my dude. Okay, so yeah, those are three men that show me what a man really like. And from three different aspects, they all did the same thing. Took care of the house, provided, made sure things was done the right way. So I learned that from those guys. I saw my dad stand up. I don't want to waste time in the story, but I got a good story. When my dad stood up in Nyack, New York, when my car broke down a few years ago when I was still running around doing nonsense. But long story short, he came to pick me up, and the tow truck driver, redneck up in upstate New York, come on, boy. Come on, boy. He just kept playing his boy moment. I said, listen, my man, I'm not your boy. Oh, boy, calm down. Now, unhook my car. He said he wasn't going to unhook it. Long story short, we got the police, had to go to the magistrate, but he unhooked the car. But the moral of that story is my dad didn't want to be called boy. You want about the N-word? No, I'm a grown man. You're going to address me and respect me, and that's why I'm big on respect. You're going to respect me, or we're going to have a problem. But yeah, I got that again from my dad. That ain't ego, that's pride. I'm not going to subject somebody to calling me boy or nigga. No, ain't happening. Ain't happening. Simple as that. So yeah, that's where I come from. And again, it's installed, and I've experienced it. Why? I've seen it, and I can't wait to exercise my right to be proud of who I am, not to let nobody disrespect me. Pride was installed in me at an early age. My mom is a prideful woman also. She take no shorts. So it's embedded in me. My mom, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, and I go as far as my great-great-grandmother. She ran the show. When I come up, that's who was in charge. And then my great-grandmother, and then my grandmother. Now my mom is in charge. My sister's next in line. I'm going to leapfrog on. I'm going to be the first male to be the matriarch of my family. It's been run by women since I've been in this world, so that's just some personal thing. But yeah, but that's what pride does. It gives you reason to stand up and do something. I'm organizing a family reunion. First time ever. We never had one, we will. So another thing I'm working on. Again, pride of who you are. Again. All right. Who do you see in your mirror every day? I like who I see in the mirror every day. I like who I see when I'm doing my show. I don't mind looking at me. If you don't like what you see in the mirror, then you need to make some changes. Ain't nobody else going to do it. It's up to you. Here you go. What they might say, most of us have to look at ourselves in the mirror daily. And the question is, who do you see and do you like who you see? Some of us avoid looking in the mirror. Some of us look and don't really look. So they don't see themselves. When I was on drugs, I did see myself losing weight. And I didn't see myself losing the weight until one day I looked at myself and I looked like my jaws were sinking in, geezing that pipe. Yeah, being all that, doing nonsense, okay, and not thinking nobody know. Man, I look like Skeletor. When I got locked up, I weighed 148 pounds. Okay, I was being eaten up from the inside, geezing and sniffing and staying high. So my body was being run down. I'm getting up every day. I'm working out. I'm thinking I'm in shape. Fighting against the inevitable. Fighting upstream, as they say. All right, but that's what's important. All right, I made my change when, after taking a good long look, okay, in the mirror, I felt bad. I said, dude. What the what? Yeah, my mom cried. Okay, so that's how bad I looked. If you don't like the person you see, become a right thinker and change. I help you. That's what I do for you. Again, everything I do to help you, help yourself. Once you can understand it, I'm gonna let I do it for you. All you gotta do is follow it. Follow the yellow brick road. Just keep going down that road. Keep going that way. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna give you directions. If you don't like the person you see, I look at myself in the face now every day, and I actually smile back because why? I like who I see. Big difference. That's the difference that you can make within your life by what? Doing the right thing for yourself. Again, we're gonna segue. Self-improvement starts with what? The man or the woman where? In the mirror. Yourself. Okay? Mike said, start with the man in the mirror. And because only you can change you. And that's a fact. That's the one true statement that if you don't get that, you're wasting your time. You can change you. Nobody else. I say, being your best self is showing off your pride in yourself, not your ego. When I was ego driven, I was all about poking my chest out and taking response. Oh man, yeah. But when you're doing it for God, you are humble and you are sincere and honest because you're doing it for a higher power, for a better person, not myself. I ain't going there. Sometimes pride is mistaken for what? Ego. And it can be. Why? If it's all about me and I, then it is ego. If you ain't talking about, you are ego driven. If you want all the credit for everything you do, you're ego driven. This is why I like people who serve the Lord. If they call it Jesus Christ, I ain't got a problem with that at all. Why? Because it's still the concept of a higher power. So you're still serving God. If indirectly, I could care less. But I understand we are good people. Those kind of people, that mindset, are good people. That's what I know. Those egotistical people, I know them all too well. And I asked my pastor, I said, Pastor, I'm street. I know how to deal with street people, but I got to deal with church people like street people. You better right, Mr. Paul. I said, no problem. Why? Because now I know the playing field is level. I gave the Christians and the Muslims higher, y'all ain't no different. That's what I was told, so I got to calm down. Yeah, I'm upset about that. Why? Because if you are Muslim, if you're a Christian or Jew, you're supposed to represent it in a positive, prideful manner, not embarrass it. And say, well, I'm a Muslim, but I'm a drug seller. I'm locked up for murder, but my name is Akbar Shabbat. All that nonsense. So I ain't beefing none of that. Now, if you want to change anything about you, you should do what? Start with that person in the mirror. It don't change, no matter how you do it. But if that person is ego driven, until you conquer your ego, and that's right thinking philosophy 101, you have to conquer Set. We know who he is. I introduced you to him for that purpose. Why? Y'all call him the devil. Y'all call him Satan. We can dress it up any way you want. I'm still telling you, unless you serving your higher power, you're serving yourself, and that's the ego. Calm down. All right. That's lesson. Sorry about that. Now, if I can change, and yes, I have for the better, so can you. Why? Because the same thing that I used to change me, I'm going to give it to you so you can do and use the same tools. They work for everybody. All you got to do is use them. A screwdriver in my hand is the same screwdriver in anybody else's hand. The spirit that's in me is the same spirit that's in everybody else. I like my man Reverend Ike when the guy said, well, Reverend Ike, why you got so many Rolls Royces? He said, the same way I got them, you can get them. And that's what I preach. That's what I try to tell you. If you want to drive a Rolls Royce, you go for the Rolls Royce. You want to drive a Toyota, you drive a Toyota. I don't want to drive a Toyota. I like Rolls Royces. Simple. I got what I like in life. You shoot for what you want. You go for what you want. My man told me when I was 19 years old, he only goes this way once. So grab that brass ring at every opportunity time given you to do what you want to do for you. Take it, handle it, and do your best. That's all you can do. Where we at now? Sorry about that. Okay, now to see you for who you are, you have to know who you are. That's what Right Thinking Steps said. I'm giving you your identity so you can do what you need to do once you know who you are. If you still ego driven, you don't know you. That's the whole point. I keep telling you. Knowing who you are, what comes from what? Studying spiritual truths, and then what? Living them daily. Make it a routine, make it a habit, and then you become good at it. Like anything else, practice. I'm practicing every day to be my best self. What I did yesterday had no bearings on what I got to do today. The sun shined yesterday, you're going to do what I'm shining today. So understand that it's the same for everybody. It's a cycle of life. Knowledge of self gives you pride. I raise up and I think about myself. Why? I'm proud of who I am, okay? I have inner pride in yourself, and living it, others will respect you. Why? If I act accordingly, if I conduct myself in a proper manner, you have no other choice but to respect me. You might not follow, you might not agree, you might not subscribe, but you have to respect what I do if it's doing the right thing. And that's what I do for you. You're made in God's image, spiritually, not physically, but mentally. You have to know that. You have to become God conscious, meaning you need to know who you are. I want our young people to see themselves in the mirror. First of all, I saw another picture of a little black kid with a little thing tied around their neck, wanted to be Superman. Superman is a white person. Okay. When we have everybody, God looks like them except us. How did we get tricked into having a different color God? That's the lesson, but that's what knowing ourselves will do. It keeps our ancestry, it keeps our heritage, it keeps who and what we are intact. Jamaicans, no, they Jamaicans. They proud to be Jamaican. I ain't never seen a Jamaican not want to be Jamaican. They take pride in that. Okay, we as a race of people should take pride in being respectful, spiritual people. That's who we are. We're spiritual beings having human experience. So I'm proud to be spiritual. I'm proud to hang out with religious people, doing religion right. I love that. So don't get it twisted. Okay, I'm all about spirit. It's all about worship and praising our higher self, God. I want our young people, okay, to see heroes that look like them. He look in the mirror, he see the pyramids there, you know, I'm all about that. But he see himself as a pharaoh. Yeah. Not like some slaves in chains. Or that, no, I don't want that image. No, we've been selling that image, man, change that dynamic. This is why I'm putting that in the forefront. Why I need us to know this is what we need to do. This is how it's going to get done. This is how that picture, that face in the mirror will change for the better. Okay? Give them a reason. Fill it up with pride. Here you go. I wear the eye on my chest like Superman's S. That's why I do it. Yeah, I'm a superhero, okay? I'm going to impress somebody. I'm going to inspire somebody. I'm going to motivate and enlighten somebody. That's why my motto is, I do what I do for you. I want you to see what it look like. All right, here you go. Look, up skies, the birds are playing. Now, that's just the right thinking, man. We know him. Starting to get him. I'm living in the hood. I'm a hood rat. So what? All right, here you go. Hoodlum. I'm from the hood, and if you mess with me, it's going to go down. So understand that. My man called it, what's that? Holy hood. I'm holy, but I'm hood. I like that. So here you go. Where we at now? Here you go. Last one, and my favorite phrase from James Brown back in the day when being black wasn't cool. Say it loud. I'm a right thinker and I'm proud. Back in my day, say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. But now I want you to be a right thinker and be proud to be that. You're going to be black and you're going to control that, but you can control the way you think. So follow this one. I was told when I wear my right thinker hoodie, I feel smarter. I think right, I do right. I agree. But guess what? I wear it every day. Okay? I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, but I know that's why I wear mine every day. If you see me without right thinking, I'm naked. Okay, that's how I feel. Got used to it. It's part of what I do. Here you go. If you're serving your higher self, you're a right thinker without even knowing it. Why? Because that's who you should be serving. And if you're doing that on your own, I got a problem with that. You're a right thinker. Okay? I have a bunch of honorary right thinkers. Why? Because they already doing what they need to do. So I'm going to ingratiate them as a right thinker. That's why. But if you ain't thinking right, you ain't a right thinker. If you wild out, you ain't a right thinker. You ain't controlling your emotions. You ain't controlling your attitude. You ain't a right thinker. You can be in training. I mean, you're working on it. Like most Christians, we are Christians, and I understand. But doctors, they practice. They ain't good. Why? They still practice it. Another lesson, but that's the concept. Here you go. Now, last one. I'm proud to be what? The master right thinker. I live what I teach, and it's starting to be recognized by others. So that's making my teachings more authentic, more legitimized. Why? Because the brother talk the good talk, but guess what? He walking that walk. So that's respect. And on the streets, it ain't bragging if you can do it. That's what I'm saying. When I was coming up, you couldn't talk about yourself, and you couldn't back it up. Why? Somebody gonna try your chin. We didn't do a whole bunch of selling wolf. We call them wolf tickets. You know, somebody will buy it. If you selling wolf tickets, oh, you gotta have it. You gonna get a buyer. Why? That's what we did. We bought wolf tickets to find out if you really are you say you are. I know I can do this. If you want to try me, let's go. But if you talk about you can do it, and I'm trying you, you can't. It's not gonna end good for you. Okay, so understand that. That's all. Last one. I know pride comes from what? Knowing thyself. I want to teach right thinkers to do just that and build the pride up in them so we can all feel like my man here, my new logo. I like that. I like that. Why? Because that's what's going to get it done. All right. If lack of knowledge was our detriment, obtaining knowledge should be our savior. Hello. I'll be back. Appreciate you.